My name's Ritchie Wimmer, and I've always loved cars ever since I was a little one. I was always good in school, but once I got into the automotive field, I realized that that was a passion of mine. I always knew I wanted to work with cars, race cars specifically. About 3 years ago, I started going around with the high schools trying to find technicians. There's a big technician shortage. The high school curriculum, in my opinion, is about 25 years behind where cars are now. So coming into the space and moving into the next generation, I started realizing, well, the same thing's happening in the high schools that happened to me when I started here. Cars have changed, technology has changed, a lot of the older technicians and people are retiring, and there's just no replacement for those people. We're really lucky in our area. We have 2 high schools that have a really great program in our county. I started substitute teaching for a few years and really fell in love with that. I took 8 students and we went and stayed at SEMA for a week, and it was a big experience for them. And it was even a better experience for me as an instructor because I got to connect with the industry in a way that I never had before. I was able to meet Ben Pack. I spoke with Jeff, really nice guy. And I had a couple of concerns with some of the equipment that I had. When I started seeing the new Ben Pack safety latches that were developed, I was just blown away. I said, that's going to solve that problem. It's going to help racks be safer, help people do their job more safely and more efficiently. And that just really made me want one. I just needed it. I started looking at the safety latches because I had a little bit of an experience in 2016. I was working on my race car late at night and I had a problem with the safety latch. And the safety latch didn't hold. The car was 7 feet in the air. I was underneath working on it, and the arm actually shot out from the rack and the car fell down on top of me. And unfortunately, there was a tool I was using, which is a post jack, where you basically lift a car up to stabilize a component. And when the car fell, that post jack came down and went through my left arm. And it actually severed my axial artery, which means that within a minute or 2, I had completely lost all of my blood. It's the middle of the night. I was just under the car, couldn't move it, and it was very terrifying. The weirdest part is there was a gentleman across the street of our shop, and he just happened to be outside looking at the moon, and during that time, he came to help. He came into the shop, he didn't see anything weird about anything. The lights were all on, the cars were all parked. And as he turned to walk out, the little voice said, check under the race car, and I was under there. So he immediately dialed 911. I was bleeding really bad, and they were able to load me up and get me over to Sierra Vista Hospital, where they were able to save my life and do some surgeries. I lost full function of my left arm, which is kind of a sad thing because a mechanic needs 2 hands, but something inside has kept me driving forward. I knew that I needed to do something more in life. I may not be here tomorrow, but what is my imprint on this world? And I think it has to do with high school and just making sure that high schoolers can actually have the same opportunity that I had. In 1 second. It's a little emotional, but I'll suck it in. So now that I've been out in the space, in the industry, and visiting places like SEMA and meeting all these great vendors, we figured out together that there's a lot of opportunity here. We've invested a lot of time and energy into making transportation something amazing. We're working with ASC Education Foundation to actually build Morro Bay High School into just this amazing place that can teach technicians in a beautiful area and give them the opportunities that I seeked for my whole career. So it's all coming back full circle now, which is great. And having such a close call with a piece of equipment, I wouldn't even call it close, it was beyond close. That brings safety just to the forefront of my mind. My name is Ritchie Wimmer, owner of Wimmer's Automotive in Morro Bay, and I wanted to say thank you to Ben Pack for coming out here and updating our equipment and helping us just keep safe. And I can't wait to use this new lift and show high schoolers and interns what it's like to be in an actual professional shop with professional grade tools that are safe and reliable.